Okay, we are in the coping kit room, where there are up to 4 volunteers at a time put together coping kits that go to emergency rooms and for overnight outpatients. Up until the pandemic, this was called the Red Room, and it's still red, but we can't get the number of people. We used to seat 20 in here comfortably, making cards, designing bags of smiles, doing a couple of craft kits. And by the way, a craft kit is something like this that we assemble the parts and leave it for the patients to put it all together. Bracelets, hats, keychains. Behind me we have boxed up coping kits that were done by volunteers last night. That's a scaled down version of our bags of smiles. If you want to head out and these are the supplies, by the way, for the coping kits. We do boys and we do girls, and we just line everything up on the table, and the volunteers come through and put the bags together. And when both boys are done, it's very easy to swap out for the girls. So we can move on. The bags of smiles are put together, and as you can see, we have our helpers in here today. They're specialized, and we put these together by age groups. We have preteen and teen over there. We have elementary, and we have preschool ages for the bags of smiles. And they're preparing bags to ship out this afternoon. And we can show you now where the contents for those bags come from. This is where the perspective really comes together. And you can see what the generosity of our volunteers and our donors have done over the years when you stop and think that Cheryl Hornung started this charity in honor of her daughter Caitlin at her house, and it started to grow, and she moved to a big room in a church office building, and it kept growing, and now we are here. And pretty amazing sight. Just about everything you see here is donated or purchased through grants. And speaking of our volunteers, we have our craft kits here, and those were all done by volunteers. They were done here. They're still done here. They were done on Moss before the pandemic, and our volunteers are still doing them at home now and turning them in. In fact, last week we had 3 volunteers come through the door with hundreds and hundreds of these craft kits, and these go into Bags of Smiles. They go into coping kits, and we ship them just as boxes of craft kits. And over here we start with the donations. We have books and toys. A lot of books coming in now from bookstores and from other donors. Of course, we only use new books. We can't use anything used. There are more books here. This is our supply that goes for our journals. They start out, let me see if I can pull something out here for you. Simply a picture from a calendar, pasted on a spiral bound notebook. Of course, we cut them to fit. Paste my journal on here, and they're for the patients to record their thoughts or to draw or however they want to use them. This table behind me, and a lot of these go for our silent auction items. We have volunteers who come in and put the baskets together from the donations, and they do. If you've ever been part of our auction, you know they do a beautiful job. The center of the room is a lot more. There we have items for craft kits. You can see the stuffed animals have come in. At this time of year, we get a lot of books, which we're in the process of sorting and stamping and preparing to send out for the holidays. Those are in the boxes over there. Across the room, those are more craft kits over here on the end cap. These are coping kits that are ready to be shipped As soon as the hospitals need them, they're ready to go. And these are the supplies that we use for the craft kits. And some of them are separated by boxes with the kits. Everything's ready to go. We would just put them out for volunteers. Here's everything else we would need. We have pencils, we have crayons, we have glue sticks, even rulers and scissors. And behind us, the beads for our craft kits with beads. Over here, our foam animals, our foam stickers that go on our bookmarks, go on our door hangers. And that gives you, I think, a pretty good idea.
Hey, do you just like the video you watched? Well, you could do me a big favor and hit the subscribe button up here. I just can't reach it. You could also do something else. Subscribe to our social media platforms and help support Caitlin Smiles every day. Thanks!